Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so welcome to the meeting today. So this meeting is hosted between Go Study SEAMEO TET and Keninga Vocational College in Malaysia. So our main topic today is to discuss how we can set up a joint TVET center in Malaysia and as a regional center for TVET training and collaboration. And so I have already shared with you the meeting agenda. So because I think SEAMEO TET know both of us, but Go Study and KVK, we don't know each other very well. So I think we can have a self-introduction first. So Dr. Idek, could you please give us a brief introduction about your college?
Yes, I can do. Just give me some time. I think we have our speaker phone.
So would you like to share the screen? I can end the screen.
Yes, I'd like to share my screen. Just 1 sec.
Okay, you want to share a bit? Okay.
Okay.
不是虚拟背景，
这个好像已经是虚拟背景，
当然不是了。虚拟背景，你可以用那种很骚的虚拟背景。我们有个 Go Study 零可以把它 upload。
So this is our school. It's just a school profile that I submitted to SEAMEO in 2020. So it's a vocational college. So this is the school, and so we are located in Sabah, Malaysia, which is located in Borneo. So and prior to the pandemic, we received a lot of tourists from China as well. And we have about 15 vocational programs. So we have hospitality programs, that's culinary arts, bakery and pastry, cosmetology. We have early childhood education, and then we have technology programs, construction, automotive, electrical, and welding technology. And we have about 1,000 students. We have staff that is close to 200. So for vocational colleges, we receive students at the age of 16-year-old from upper secondary school. So they start the education at 16-year-old. So they will be at our college for 4 years. So they will graduate. They will finish their 4-year study by the time they reach their 20th birthday. And they will have to do internship for a few months before they can graduate. So the Keninga Vocational College, it is a college. It is still considered a secondary school in a way that it is under a Ministry of Education, Malaysia Ministry of Education. And the Keninga Vocational College, it's a public or a government institution or a public school. They are, other than our college, there are about 89, I think, vocational colleges in Malaysia. And a few of them are already members of SEAMEO TET, and they have been attending the meeting that we had before. So for vocational colleges, pandemic, we did travel to other Asian countries, particularly to take part in innovation contests and conferences. But then after the pandemic, obviously we take part in a lot of virtual programs that like conferences and innovation contests and even online classes. So I think that's all from us. That's all right.
So, so as you mentioned, KVC is mostly at secondary level, right?
Yes, secondary level, but they will graduate with diploma in vocational programs. Yes.
So your student, they come to your student after they graduate from high school? Or
They for our high school, there's lower secondary, that's 13 to 15-year-old, that's lower secondary, and then upper secondary is 16 and 17. So we receive our students after they sit for their lower secondary school exam by the age of 15-year-old. So they enter our school, our college at the age of 16. That means they are still at the same level with students of that age in other schools, in mainstream schools.
Okay, so they graduate at something like 18 years old. So they graduate from KVC at like 18 years old, and do some of them will go to, please.
They graduate at the age of 20-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's going to be a four-year study.
4 years. Do some of them go to university after graduation, or
yes. A lot of them they go to a lot of them they continue their education in tertiary institutions. A lot of them in Malaysia, many of them continue their study in the private institutions or private universities, and few manage to further their study in public universities.
Yeah, and so if they after they graduate from KVC, if they want to have a bachelor's degree, do they have to study for another 4 years or only like 2-year top up?
So once they graduate from vocational colleges, Canning vocational colleges, or any other vocational colleges in Malaysia, they earn diploma. So they can use the diploma to apply for university education. But once they enter university, they will just have to study everything as usual. That means it's a 4-year study at university, and then they graduate with bachelor's degree. So then it's not going to give them, I think, it's not going to give them any advantage where they can just like skip foundation or certain years of study. Yeah.
I understand. So if they enter university, they are regarded as high school graduates.
Yes, in a way, yeah, high school graduates.
Okay, so thank you so much for a detailed introduction and explanation. So now my colleague, Ms. Ling, she will give you a brief introduction about Go Study.
Okay. Yeah.
And most of the projects she introduced is co-hosted by Go Study and SEAMEO actually.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, you can see.
Okay. Now I'll give you a brief introduction about our team. We basically, our office is located in Nanning, which is the little star on the map, which represents the location of Nanning. It's in the southwest of China, which is a huge underserved region. And Nanning is also the capital of Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region. And Nanning is also the permanent host of China ASEAN Expo. And there are 6 consulates from ASEAN countries in total, including Burma, Laos, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Malaysia. And we have, okay. We have more than 100 universities around the world, partners that cooperate with us, including China, Southeast Asia, and East Europe. And we initiate more than 100 regional education collaboration programs annually, and we jointly establish TVET centers, international competitions, cross-cultural communication activities, and international knowledge webinars and seminars. And our global partners is providing different study opportunities, such as technical training, global attachments, webinars and competitions, and other related programs. And if you want me to use one sentence to conclude GS or Go Study Global Education, I would like to say that if you cooperate with us, it means that you are cooperating with International Affairs Office of more than 50 Chinese institutions and governments. And there are 4 types of programs in our group. First one, I would like to introduce first types of program is the online training program. This is This is also the main topic of our today's program, because for establish the TVET center, we are establish the online training center for TVET training for free. Our mission here is to bridge China and ASEAN together through education and supply some chances for students from China and ASEAN students. And our main functions here is to offer inter-school training by overseas online training center. So, and all the course here we offer is for free. And after the training course, the students will get the e-certificate and scholarship for study in Guangxi. And our course here, including below but not limited to below. For example, the civil engineering, logistics, electronic technology and ICT and so on. And we also have Chinese languages. All the courses here are free. So you don't need to worry about the fees you need to pay additional. It's all for free. And here are some case show photo. You can see that we have cooperated with SEAMEO TED and some Chinese colleges and CAT, CP for now 2 years. And we have co-host quite a lot of activities together. And here are some, here is the launching ceremony. Here is the launching ceremony of TVET Center for last year. You can see the photo here. And let's move on to the second types of program. And the second types of program is about the conference and exhibition. And conference and exhibitions, and we have host quite a lot of activities like academic forum and international student competition. And here are some case show photo. You can see from the left side to the right side. We have host quite a lot of activities like Bell and Road Forum for Vocational Education of Transport and so on. And this is the offline activity we host last year. And on the right side is the Academy Center. The topic is the second Philippine Literature and Cultural Research Seminar. And let's move to the third type of the program. The third type of program is the student program. And here we offer some scholarship program for foreign students, and for foreign students they can also visit China, and for China students they can also go abroad for semester exchange and attend the summer or winter school. And this is some photo for the student program before the pandemic. You can see that the Chinese students in Brunei for the first one picture. And the second one is the Chinese students in Belarus. And the third one is the Bruneian students in China. And during the pandemic, we switched the mode from the offline interview to the online interview. And all the activities are hosted online. So if the student pass the interview, they can attend the certain course we host. And here are some data for student program. You can see that our program has affected quite a lot of students around the world. And for your interest, you can see on the top side are the partners logo we cooperate with. And some of the partners we are cooperate with. And the fourth type of program is the online study activities. Is the cultural exchange. And for this part, we offer some online lecture and online study tour, or we can say online workshop and China ASEAN Youth Talk. And here are some evidence of our activities and online activities. Now let's see. This is our contact information. So thank you for your listening. That's it.
Thank you so much. I thought that's very interesting. I think many of these activities, they are very relevant to us. And it's good that you pointed out the Chinese language, because I forgot to mention earlier that our students, we do offer Chinese language at our college. Because it's mandatory for vocational college students to take third language, and many of them take Mandarin languages. They can either take Mandarin languages, Chinese languages, or Arabic languages. So I thought that is something that we can consider too, not just with Keningau Vocational College, but other vocational colleges in Malaysia, because it is being taught. It is being taught in every vocational college in Malaysia. So yeah, well, I think with the current situation that we are facing, we definitely can consider visiting China. But I think there are still restrictions. I'm not really sure. I mean, in Malaysia, we are allowed to travel already. We are allowed to travel abroad. But maybe there are still certain concerns. So obviously the online programs have been very, very convenient and helpful. So we can do that. We can do a lot of online programs. I think they are very interesting. And of course, they are more convenient. They are cost-free. It's just that, is it okay? Do you guys do online workshops or classes for teachers too? Or are they just limited for students?
We don't limit the participant. Yeah, so we provide, yeah, together with SEAMEO, we actually have provided many trainings for the teachers. But we just provide information to the school managers or coordinators. So Mr. Salun is always providing the information to all the coordinators of the school. And actually, I think either students or teachers, if they're interested, they can join the workshop or training.
That's good. That's good. Thank you so much.
And I have one question for the Chinese language course in your school. Mm-hmm. So do you have Chinese teacher teaching that, or it's Malaysian?
It's Malaysian teachers who teach them, and at our school we have two Chinese language teachers. We have a lot of Chinese Malaysians, but our teachers, they are not native speakers of Chinese. They are Malay, but they have studied in Beijing for a while. So I've never attended the classes of our Chinese language. Yeah, but I think it's mandatory for the students to take Mandarin Chinese languages. Yes. So yeah, that would be very interesting to do activities on that, because I think we understand how Chinese language is becoming more and more prominent other than English language. So it's definitely a valuable asset, not just for even in Malaysia, because Chinese language is being spoken widely in Malaysia too.
I didn't know that. And so today we are here discussing the potential that we could together build TVET Center. So let me show you some general framework that we could possibly have. So all the collaboration, including Chinese language and all these workshops, could be considered some of the activities under the framework of this TVET center. Well, at first it's a virtual one, but yeah, we will make it. Yeah, as you mentioned about the travel restriction, China is still pursuing a very strict, I mean, probably the strictest in the world, travel restriction, not only to foreigners, but also to Chinese people.
Yeah.
So
because
we
I think I think China is aiming for zero COVID policy, which what other countries have given up on.
Yeah,
including
so we are
Malaysia.
still zero case policy.
Yes.
So, yeah, so I think for the offline activities, it's very hard to consider probably for next year still. Yeah, but this is a general framework of our joint TVET regional center. Because of pandemic, Chinese cannot go out and you cannot come to China, so will be a very virtual one at first. Yeah. So the operation mechanism is GoStudy and SEAMEO as a main supporter and initiator, and our host school, in this case KVC. Yeah, we can plan and work together on a lot of projects. So this is some of the projects that I have considered. Yeah, to scholars. So we will have the cooperation fund from Chinese government to support our activities. So there will be no charge for students, either students or the school or the teachers from KVC. Yeah. So yeah, so some of the functions we can have TVET programs, we can have school industry cooperation and other international programs, which may be Chinese language or other cultural activities. Yeah. So the one will be, we have GoStudy together with, we will apply for the fund in China to support the financial aspect. And for the policy support, so every practitioner in this, so in this case, GoStudy, SEAMEO, and KVC, we will need to find some policy support from our own government. Yeah. And for other collaboration, yeah, so some resource and education resources and policy support at SEAMEO. So SEAMEO will be responsible for that. And yeah, also Chinese institutions, GoStudy's partner schools, they will provide some resource support. Yeah. So Dr. I, do you have anything to mention?
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Idak. GoStudy, ECO, link for presentation and description of the specific activities, plan, and our project for further implementation. I think it is the starting point for our stakeholder, GoStudy, Idak, and SEAMEO to start joint TVET regional center. And also, we also engage some other stakeholders in developing TVET in the region, including Chinese entrepreneur, private company, expert, not only Chinese, Asian expert, working together. If this center will be installed in Malaysia, it will be spread out not only Malaysia to benefit the outcome of the center, but it may be spread out to other neighboring countries in Asia, in other countries. That we can learn it's a kind of benchmarking system each other between China, Malaysia, and other Asian region. It is a starting point not only in Malaysia, after getting approval, formal approval from the government in terms of budget support and scope of the work will be expanded to other countries, in other countries, to spread out the good and best practices in terms of TVET development, not only in high school, but college level, university level later on. Yeah. I think it's a good opportunity for us, SEAMEO, GoStudy, and EDAC in Malaysia to work together. starting from the first center and feed it out to other center in other country later on when we got formal approval and rigorous implementation system for our project. I hope that we will be successful in implementing it if we are committed, investing time, effort to work together, to commit, to transform it into reality. I hope so. Thank you.
So do you have any question, Dr. Idek? And I have one question actually. So, oh, you are muted.
Okay, yeah.
So you have mentioned that. So KVC is located in the island of Sabah, so Borneo at the city of Sabah. I want to ask about the industries, local industries. Is there any big industry park or like industry zone, like a lot of factories and enterprises near the school or in the city?
So it's basically the state is the city is heavily industrialized, and Sabah we rely a lot on natural resources like logging, palm oil. But we do have automobile industry and other mechanical industry. But it's just that for vocational college, we are located in the interior region of Sabah, so we're quite far from the industrial area, which is located close to the city, obviously. But definitely we can access that. But we are much closer to agricultural industry, clearly, since we are located in the interior region. But it wouldn't be a problem because we always have, we always visit the other places, and we always have collaboration with the local industry. So yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Have you ever been to Malaysia, Eko?
I have been to Malaysia for several times, but not in Sabah. So Kuala Lumpur mostly.
Yes, Kuala Lumpur. Yes, Kuala Lumpur. But I think before the pandemic, there are lots of direct flights from Sabah to China. Yeah.
Sabah is very famous for the tourism.
Yes, we receive a lot of tourists from China.
Yeah, so I'm not sure about
we miss those days.
More, manufacturing level. So, but I understand. So there could be potential that we work with local industries and enterprises in the future. Yes. Definitely. Any questions from your side or any suggestion?
So, Eko, for the online classes or workshops, who are conducting these classes from your side? Are they you guys, or do you guys have are they like lecturers or teachers, or are they people from the industry?
So mostly, yeah. So Go Study and SEAMEO are the organizer, because our strength is not TVET. So TVET education, how do I say it? Like the TVET subjects is not our strength.
Yes,
our
yes.
strength, so Go Study and SEAMEO so we specialize in organizing the program. But the actual programs will be conducted, we mean the teachers, they will be from different schools and different industries. So not us. We are just helping them to organize a course.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
will teach by themselves.
That's good. That's good.
So because we have introduced Go Study and SEAMEO, we have co-organized many activities. So and they're very different subjects. So I heard that you have like construction, automotive, wielding electronic technology, and all of this, we have partner schools that are interested in sharing their expertise and knowledges.
That's good.
Actually, we have an upcoming workshop in May that is on civil engineering. So it's a BIM workshop, Building Information Management, BIM. Let me type it.
Okay, yeah. So this workshop it's open for everybody. For BIM.
I will send the concept note to SEAMEO later, and yes, Mr. Saluan can transfer to you, and your students or teachers they want to come and join, they can just register and come. Yeah, so very for training in construction. Yeah, so things like that. So we will post. So normally, whatever event we have, we will share with information with Mr. Saluan, and he's posting that in the WhatsApp group And I don't know any other ways he's using, but I'm sure he's hosting every event we have in the WhatsApp group. So it's for free, and your students and teachers, they can sign up. So how about next step? So Mr. Salun, do you have any suggestion how we should move on?
I think the next step is to create a working group for the two parties, and so that we can work on a document, finalize the document, the agreement, and also some proposed activity that we can start at the moment of the pandemic.
Yeah, I agree with that. So any other any other suggestion from Dr. Ai?
Yes, after this we can formulate the group, for example, WhatsApp group, to communicate each other, alerting any upcoming activity or event that we will do together, the date and the BDD, or for example, the workshop or online training course, the BDD to invite participants or logistic arrangement. So, and we should have plan. Co-study can lead and make the plan, for example, the work plan and the schedule by semester or month, if you have some activity in mind, after getting approval from the government for our activity implementation.
Yes, so this is one of, I agree. So we can have a group and some proposed activity coming soon. So our activities will focus on the training courses that we have with Chinese schools. And also, we also have this one, studying China scholarship. As I heard, Dr. Idek, your students, they are going to tertiary education. So we have this kind of studying China scholarship. The student can apply. Yeah. So we can also share with you this information later on. And also, Chinese lecture. This is listed in the agenda.
So I think the online workshops, they're very good in a way that some of them are consistent with our vocational programs like automobile, I think electrical technology. And I think the Chinese classes will be interesting, especially if it's like a Chinese classes specifically for economy purpose or TVET purpose. You know, I'm an English language teacher. So for English language, we have like English language for business, English language for specific purpose. So it will be interesting to see like Chinese language, but within the economy, within the economic context or in TVET context.
But that is very, I mean, it's not basic level. So the student, so for this specialized Chinese course is at least intermediate level. So yeah, because of the basics, they are going to remember all the characters.
Yes, I know. And this is just a suggestion. I sometimes read books about, Chinese industry. It would be very interesting, and we know that China is at the forefront of industrialization as well. It would be good, like if we can just like do a virtual tour of the manufacturing industry of any specific processing system, machine and tools, because usually we just read them from books. And they seem very modern, or at least they seem very practical. And I think a lot of people in Southeast Asia are not aware of the economic opportunities that China has been able to explore, even in the most interior region in China. So that's very interesting. Since it's very difficult to visit China, and even if we do, it can be very expensive. But a virtual tour can be very interesting idea.
Yeah, sure, but this we need more time to prepare for that. Or
yes, I know. It's just a suggestion.
Yeah, similar event, not necessarily hosted by GoStudy, I can share with you. And we are also actually working with the international office. So international, what do I call, bureau, international relation bureau of the whole Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region, so of our province. So I think your suggestion is a very good one. Yeah, we will propose to them next time. And yeah, because one of their jobs is to promote Guangxi to all the foreigners, especially to people in ASEAN. So I think your suggestion could be a very attractive one to them, especially. Yeah. So, and the other needs from KVC, because you propose some suggestions and we also propose some activities. So if no more needs, we can first formulate a simple work plan based on what I have discussed today.
Yes, definitely. So,
And
anything? I will need to. I think I do need to talk to the other teachers at our college about like what do they need and what do they have ideas in mind, and that's very important for me to take into consideration. But yeah, the online workshops, they are very interesting, especially for our teachers, because in Malaysia, for lecturers and teachers, we do need professional development credit points. That means, you know, each year everybody needs to fulfill certain credit hours, and it's a lot actually. So this kind of workshop, it can be very helpful.
Oh, understand. Okay, understand. Okay. Yeah, sure. So we can have the WhatsApp group first. So I think Dr. Idek and Mr. Salun, you have the WhatsApp. So Mr. Salun, you have the WhatsApp of Dr. Idek, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So Mr. Salun will help us form the WhatsApp group. And after you ask your colleagues what they need, what their special requirement is, you can post it in the WhatsApp group and we can be aware of that. Yeah. So yeah. So as is also suggested by Dr. I and Mr. Salun, we will also proceed the documentation between our three parties. So Go Study, SEAMEO TED, and also KVC. We will have some kind of, maybe it's MOU or MOA or any kind of official document. So yeah, because I understand Malaysia, the documentation in Malaysia is very complicated. So we would greatly appreciate it if you can help provide some template.
Yes, that's true. It's very bureaucratic, lots of paperwork, and it's very centralized. Yes, that's true.
Yeah, because every time the documentation submitted by Go Study to Malaysian partners is actually rejected, and they just reply with.
I know it's very frustrating. We have a very centralized bureaucratic government.
And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but we just need the template from your side so we can better edit it and put our special needs and special content into that. Okay, any other suggestion from Dr. I or Mr. Salun?
Yeah, thank you so much. I agree with the proposal by IDEC Inigao Vocational College. Yeah, we should start anything online first during the pandemic, for example, focusing on ICT skill development, such as robotic programming, coding, mechanical engineering, or other system, other field that should be focused, because due to the pandemic, everything doing online distancing, so can support and facilitate our online learning system for each country. So, and we can learn from China as well in terms of these fields, ICT, mechanical engineering, transportation, we can learn. Yeah. Go Study can invite any potential Chinese expert or trainer to the online course, workshop, or training program, because CPD, we call Continuous Professional Development Program, is so popular for Asian region, for teacher to be developed professionally, to get credit to the higher level for further education. So I think it's one of the main element for Malaysian teacher, even though Cambodian teacher and some other Asian teacher as well. Because during the pandemic, we cannot do anything online, starting from ICT. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you so much, all the friends from SEAMEO 10 and KVC. So maybe I think that's the end of our meeting, and we will see each other soon in the WhatsApp working group. And so before we end, maybe we can have a big group photo together. So yeah, so you can
Good
ask.
photos. So can everybody turn on their camera?
Yeah, I think there are, there are actually 1, 2, 3.
I think
So
there are like
3.
a few of us.
等一下下，
9个人吗？一共
哎，
没有
这个是吗？ So there's some problem with okay, everybody here. So we will have a group photo. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so thank you so much. We will send the photo into the WhatsApp group and see you later. Bye bye.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Happy weekend.
And
Thank you, Echo. Thank you, sir.